Hello, and welcome to Group 6 presentation of A Raisin in the Sun. We will be focusing on the playwright and context. Today we are going to discuss our log line, then argue for Ruth as the main character of A Raisin in the Sun, talk about the playwright Lorraine Hansberry, discuss our production pitch, and end with a conclusion. Our story follows Ruth Younger, a young mother who is trying to support her family as best she can. When she and her family receive a check for $10,000, they all hope that will overcome their collective financial and social struggles. However, each member of the Younger household also seeks to achieve their own dream through the money, while Ruth tries her best to keep her family together and afloat amidst the prevalent discrimination. Before we dive into Lorraine Hansberry, we would like to argue for Ruth being the main character of A Raisin in the Sun. She is the first character that the audience encounters, and there is even a minute or so when she is the sole character on stage starting her morning. Through this opening scene, Hansberry is asking the audience to focus on Ruth. She is also the person that controls the chaos of the Younger household. She talks to Mama about Walter's plans, she gets Travis and Walter out of bed for work and school, and she is the first to learn of Mama's plans for the check. The story seems to center around Ruth, as the plot moves along when she discovers information, such as Mama's plan for the check. Ruth also easily earns the audience's empathy, as she is always helping those around her, even when she is sick or pregnant. The play also ends when Ruth achieves her dream, to live in a house, as opposed to ending with Walter becoming rich or Beneath becoming a doctor. Now moving on to Lorraine Hansberry. She was born on May 19, 1930 in Chicago, Illinois. Growing up in Chicago as an African American heavily influenced her writing for A Raisin in the Sun. Hansberry was a heavy activist for the Communist Party of the United States and for the Civil Rights Movement. She also supported many global issues such as the Mau Mau uprising in Kenya. Hansberry was the first African American woman playwright to have their play, A Raisin in the Sun, be featured on Broadway. This was a significant moment for United States and Broadway history to becoming more integrated. Hansberry has been revealed later in life as a closeted lesbian, based on her autobiographies and close friends at the time. She could not come out, however, as it would mean she would be ostracized and her partner would lose their reputation. Other works by Lorraine Hansberry include The Sign in Sidney Brustein's Window, a play with themes of race, suicide, and homosexuality, and Les Blancs, a play compiled after her death by her husband that has themes of colonialism. Lorraine Hansberry passed away in 1965 at the age of 34 to pancreatic cancer. We're going to end this section about Lorraine Hansberry with a quote based on A Raisin in the Sun. In other words, I have told people that not only is this a family, specifically and definitely culturally, but it's not even a New York family or a Southern family. It is specifically Southside Chicago.
And finally, we have our director's concept. A Raisin in the Sun explores themes of enduring hope when hope seems futile. In the play, Ruth and her family are stuck in their social status as if they're trapped in the shabby apartment, the window being the only source of light and hope. Element number 1 we have set. The set of our production will be centered around the window of the apartment. Throughout the play, Ruth frequently looks out the window as it is a symbol of opportunity and escape towards a better life. In the dingy apartment, the window lets in the light of hope. Our set will be a fully furnished large box with 4 walls, one of which will be entirely made of glass. The audience will view the show through the glass wall as if they are on the outside world observing through the window. Element number 2, we have cast. The cast of this production will spend 2 weeks living together in the apartment set. It will be fully functional and livable. The goal of this is to help the actors understand the desire to escape the 4-walled box. This desire will be amplified even further as they will be constantly seen through the glass wall by strangers and pedestrians. For key moment number 1, Ruth has a short monologue to Mama about how she longs to be out of the house and say goodbye to misery. During the speech, Ruth will step towards the window and touch the glass with her hand, while the only spotlight shines on her through the window, symbolizing that misery is in the house, and her want is to go outside the house and window. For key moment number 2, After Walter gives his final monologue, the glass of the fourth wall shatters and the family exits the stage through the broken wall and into the world they have been trapped from. The literal breaking of the fourth wall will be a symbol of new beginnings.
This concludes Group 6's presentation on A Raisin in the Sun. Thank you.